welcome to college.
I bet this isn't what you expected.
How many of you feel that it is hard to make and maintain friendships in college?
How many of you feel that you are isolated in your college experience?
Well, you're just in luck. You're going to be learning about the importance of navigating relationships while in college.
And basically, it just starts with a simple hello, how are you?
Hey guys, it's Amanda, and today we're going to be learning about the importance of maintaining relationships. So, to begin, humans are inherently social creatures, and human connection is a very important part of our lives, and without it, it can have detrimental effects. Studies have shown that a lack of human connection can be more harmful to your health than obesity, smoking, and high blood pressure. Having social connections is also correlated with lower levels of anxiety and depression and can help us regulate our emotions and also lead to higher levels of self esteem and empathy. It can also actually improve our immune systems. So, by neglecting our need for human connection, we're actually putting our own health at risk. In addition to social interactions, having a strong support system also provides many benefits, such as higher levels of well being, better coping skills, and a longer and healthier life. Studies have also shown that a stable support system also correlates with lower levels of depression and anxiety and can help to reduce the risk of suicide. And now I will pass it over to Josh with more statistics.
So, we found a couple of pretty cool, interesting reviews and studies that we found interesting that we wanted to share with you guys. So, a review of 148 studies, which had 308,000 participants between those studies, indicated that the individuals with stronger social relationships had a 50% increased likelihood of survival. So this remained true across a number of factors, including age, sex, initial health status, and cause of death. So we thought that was pretty interesting. And another survey by the National Bureau of Economic Research had a sample size of 5,000 people, and they found that doubling your group of friends has the same effect on your well-being as a 50% increase in income. So again, pretty interesting, shows how much your well-being is affected by your social relationships. And in another study completed at the University of North Carolina, a professor found that people with close social ties had lower blood pressure, lower body mass index, and lower waist circumference than those that were socially isolated. So also shows its effects on your more physical health. And then in a 2015 analysis that compiled data on more than 3.4 million people across 70 different studies, they found that the absence of social connections carried the same health risk as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. So, and also loneliness led to worse outcomes than obesity. And these findings held true for people of all ages. So it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 14 or 80, being alone has worse outcomes than obesity and about the same health risk as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day, which is pretty crazy when you think about it.
In addition, future health implications of having low social support include a lot of consequences, like depression, having a lowered immune response, and a higher blood pressure.
Hey guys, it's Amanda again, and today we are going to be learning how to make this fortune teller, also known as a cootie catcher, from a single blank piece of paper. So let's begin. So the first thing we'll need is a normal sheet of paper, and since we want it to be a square, we're just going to fold these corners into a triangle. We're going to line this side up and then fold it over. And since we don't want this extra rectangular piece, we're just going to cut it off. I have these little baby scissors, but you can use whatever you want. Another way to do this is just by folding this rectangular piece over and then ripping it very carefully, but I don't really trust myself to do that. successfully. So I'm going to use these scissors. And then when we have that cut off, we're just going to open this piece up back again. And then we're going to fold it on the other side. So we're going to match these two corners. Fold into another triangle, just so that we have this line here for reference. Oops. And then we're going to open that back up. If it makes it easier, you can also fold it this way, which I guess you can't really call it hot dog or hamburger because it is a square. This is optional, but if it helps, it makes it a little bit easier. That is totally cool. And then all we're going to do is fold in each corner to the center. So we're just going to line this up. And we're going to do that with all 4 corners. And then when we're done with that, all we're going to do is flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to take all of these 4 corners and then align them to the center. And then fold this side over, and then do the same with the other sides. And then we have this. I'm just going to fold it over on its side like this, and then flatten it down. I'm going to open it back up, fold it on the other side, open it back up. And this part might get a little tricky, but these flaps that open here, I'm just going to stick my fingers in them. Sort of grab here. So you grab it this way, and then you're going to do the same to the other side. Open these 2 flaps, grab here, and then I'm just going to kind of wiggle it around until I can get them to align like this. So this part might be a little tricky, and you might need a little bit of practice, but once you do it, you have your finished fortune teller / greedy catcher, and you can decorate this however you want. You can draw shapes or colors on the outside, and most people, I think, would write numbers on the inside, and whatever number they choose, you can open the flap, write a little message here, and you can pretty much customize it however you want. And this is a great game to make. It's super simple. As you can see, it takes less than like 5 minutes, and you can play with a friend. And that's all. In addition to making a fortune teller, some other game ideas might include making hangman, playing tic-tac-toe, or dots and boxes. And these are all simple game ideas that you can make and slide under a neighbor's door if you're living on campus, or if you're living off campus and doing online learning. Some ideas might include online games such as Minecraft or Among Us or any other game that you can find. And you can always reach out to a friend, maybe someone that you've known in high school, or someone that you just met in one of your classes that you kind of get along with. It can also be someone from the LS community, or it can be someone in the scholars community in general. These are all great options to find someone new to play with and build some more relationships during your college years.
Another thing you can do to make friends and build relationships is to join organizations at UMD. As you see, there's over 800 organizations that you can join, and it's all up to you. This can include fraternities, this can include sororities, or this can include anything you find fun, like paintballing. All you have to do is search it up, and it's there. As well as, you should also look into joining any clubs for academics as well as social life. Don't limit yourself there. And to also make friends, feel free to reach out to people on social media. That is a very strong platform, including Instagram, Twitter. Most people have UMD in their bios, So it's very easy for you to find people on campus if you're away from home or on campus. It is very easy for you to search which organizations UMD offers by just a simple search of UMD clubs. The first link will bring you to the admissions and then student organizations and 800 clubs. You can easily type in the organizations or just go to events that are open for the public. So don't limit yourself in what you're able to find. There may be something that you had no idea you'd be interested in, and you can make new friends there or anywhere really, even just walking there.
All right, so since classes were all online and you can't really meet people through it that well, like normal, the way that I definitely met the most amount of people was playing spike ball on campus. So with some of my friends on campus that I already know, we would go down and play spike ball on campus, and basically there were usually a lot of other people playing spike ball there that you could meet and play with and then become friends with. But even if there weren't people there, if you bring three other kids, then usually, or maybe not even three, just if you bring even yourself, like there's going to be other kids there that are walking nearby that are going to want to join in. So you can definitely meet a lot of other people that way, just by going on campus and throwing a football or playing spike ball or just some other form of sport like that, and you're bound to meet new people as well that way.
I know that I had struggled making friends in college originally because I was at home during the pandemic, which was very hard because everybody else was on campus. So, as they were able to just see their own roommates, I had to make an extra effort. So, I joined clubs, I reached out to people over social media, and when I did visit campus, I made sure to make an extra effort to meet the people in the life sciences program. Surprise! A pop quiz. Follow along this quiz to see how much you've learned about social wellness. Don't forget to tally your points. True or false? Isolation leads to better understanding of oneself and an increased likelihood of survival. False. Isolation does not lead to a better likelihood. Which one did you not learn today? The science behind the importance of forming relationships with others, ways to create connections with peers and to develop relationships, creating communication barriers with peers during the pandemic, or how to implement socializing techniques to strengthen communication. You did not learn how to create barriers. Instead, you learned how to tear them down. Lastly, if you develop strong social relationships, what is the percentage you are less likely to die prematurely? 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100%? 50%. You change your likelihood of dying prematurely by 50% if you develop strong relationships.
All it takes is a simple hello, how are you? This one sentence can be the difference between making some of the best friends of your life and feeling isolated throughout your college experience. If there is one thing you take away from this video, it is that you are not alone in your feeling of isolation in your college experience, and that this is a new experience in a different world for all of us, and we hope that you can use the methods presented to start a conversation with your peers and build some new meaningful relationships. Use the tips that were established to make some new friends. Good luck.